we'll be able to move some of the poorest countries in the world to have some of the most sophisticated systems. By wiring people into a blockchain system, whether it be permissioned or permissionless, you have now created a PKI and you've created a namespace. And what that means is you now have an interface where you can send assets to those people by a sidechain transaction. Given that these private systems can be deployed and they're understandable to the Cardano blockchain, it's entirely possible in 3 to 5 years for people to talk about collateralized lending, where a person can put up their land as collateral for a loan, and you'd actually be able to see and verify and understand that in a decentralized way and have a peer-to-peer lending system to give $50 to $100 to, let's say, a coffee farmer in Ethiopia. Now, all of these things are really expensive to deploy, and they're highly personal when you're talking about undigitized, unbanked people. When you deploy these types of systems, usually as private ledgers, now you actually have them in an infrastructure that is interoperable with the Cardano system. And then the Cardano system can be the interface to a parallel and new financial system, a place where they can get insurance or loans from that they probably can't get from conventional markets, or issue assets to that they probably couldn't get from conventional markets. In the distant future, maybe 5 or 10 years, we could even talk about security tokens where co-ops of farms get together and they tokenize their output and actually issue assets, put those assets through a series of complex financial transactions on the Cardano system as native assets, and then people trade them with domain-specific contracts executed via Marlowe, for example. And all of these things can be templated, wouldn't necessarily even require a lawyer, and would in the 20th century look like an IPO or some sort of sophisticated securities offering, require millions of dollars to do, but would be accessible to a group of people that collectively maybe have less than $10,000 or $100,000, and allow them to raise capital or allow them to hedge risk and play and compete in global markets for the first time ever. So that interplay between the public and private blockchain has always been what Cardano is about. And it's something that whether you're registering land or people, it's something that we look really forward to exploring.